What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Scrubs Allowed podcast. We did it, America. We beat COVID. We beat China. We beat everybody else. So this is the best I could do for my red, white, and blue, because I don't have anything American except for some board shorts, which obviously you guys don't see my legs, so it would not help to wear those. But I got the red, the white, and the blue, so it works out. Still, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good, man. I've definitely been excited, but I'm exhausted from the Olympics. I watched way too much, I feel like. Uh, Shout out to NBC for not knowing what the fuck to do. Next time, give us more handball. All right, I need handball. I wasn't one of the privileged people who have cable who can just watch every single event off of the NBC Olympics app and internet. So put more handball on the damn freaking TV channels.
It's so
That's
weird
the
that
only
you even need cable for that. It's the Olympics, man. Like,
I
why
paid
can't
for
that be on?
Peacock too, thinking that would nope, just the basketball games.
Wow,
And the Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart Olympic highlight show was absolutely amazing. It was
nice.
perfect.
At least
But
you got the basketball games. That's something.
but yeah, to say I'm happy it's over probably isn't PC thing to say in today's age, but I think I was getting pretty burnt out on as much as I was watching, and I'm excited it's over because of the fact that even though it was one, we came home with the gold count. We
Yeah,
blew everybody away with the overall because every American, it seemed like, got silver.
right. Yeah, our medal count, I think, is the most ever since Atlanta, or not Atlanta, LA back in like 94 or whatever it was. So that's really cool. But our gold medals, we were so close. We had, I think it was 4 opportunities in the last day, and we were down 2, and we got 3 of them. So we ended up being up 1, which is awesome. One boxer didn't get it. I'm not going to shout out a losing boxer. I guess he still got silver, but one boxer didn't make it. But luckily, we didn't need that. We had the women's volleyball team, the women's basketball team, and the men's basketball team, and they all took care of business. So
the men's baseball team, shout
they
out
lost.
to them. Oh, they did?
Yeah. Japan won.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Then I guess it was the only. So one of the baseball players, I guess, is one of the only people to medal, like the 6th person ever to medal in summer and Olympic sports.
Oh, why? What is he in the other?
You ready for this?
What's that?
Fucking speed skating.
All right. Who is this?
Yeah.
This is our guy?
Yeah, it's one of our baseball players. Don't know his name. Didn't remember to shout it out. I just saw it and I was like, that's fucking awesome.
So I want to shout out all the speed cyclists, bro. So this is the speed skating of freaking Summer Olympics. I don't know if you had it on your feed, but since I could cycle through sports, I found it just had cycling sprint, right? So I thought they would be like on a road, like sprinting on the things, but no, they're in an oval, in a banked
incline thing. Yeah,
it's like a banked oval, and these dudes were going. I looked it up because they were using kilometers per hour. They were going an average of 48 miles an hour, like during the slow laps. And then those last couple laps, they would like fly. So they're like this close to each other at 50 miles an hour on a bicycle, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It's nuts, man. But it was really cool to watch. And America won that for the women. So that was really exciting to watch. But I've been picking up cycling, and I was like, I wonder how the sprint thing looks like. And not for me. I'm endurance races. Let's do the long Tour de France type stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff. The skating, shout out to skating. Sorry surfing. You kind of got screwed by a freaking typhoon out there with a hurricane coming. That was still kind of fun to watch. It got better towards the end, but the first hour and a half was just like, how are these guys catching anything? Like, they're getting 4-second waves, but how are you even doing that?
Yeah.
But it was a lot of the new stuff. Taekwondo, we did win in women's, but she's a cheater, bro. She's a cheat code. She just sat there and put her leg up and kept it there.
Hey, that's how you get points, baby.
That's the cheat code, bro.
Just points.
But,
points.
Shout out to that. All the weird stuff that we were able to see, except for handball, because NBC and USA sucks.
I watched handball for like 5
USA
minutes.
Channel, not the nation.
I watched handball for like 5 minutes, and I was not a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fun.
I watched the field hockey. I wasn't a super fan of that. I just want the
speed walking. Did you like the speed walking at all?
I did. I watched that from qualifiers, and I just watch it almost like a joke. But
so Garrett on his Instagram like stories thing, he saw some people training speed walking, and he was just dying.
I
It was
I
awesome.
don't understand how they're considered walking. I mean, they're definitely like jogging at times. They're doing stuff, and supposedly it's just one foot has to be on the ground at all times, and that's why they do that weird like hip wiggle. But they definitely, I don't think it should be classified as walking. But hey, shout out to them. They win medals too. They probably walk faster than I can run.
They're
So
medalists too.
yeah, so who knows?
Yeah, and then we just destroyed track even more so than we thought, the track and field.
Hmm.
Shout out to
Breaking
Garrett.
records
Everybody
left
knows
and
we've
right.
been talking about Garrett. So Garrett ended up placing fourth. I think 36 points out of the bronze.
Yeah, it was really
so
close. I know
37
that.
points. So again, just like in the trials, literally, I think it was 12 points then, but 30 points is nothing. 30
Right.
points is, I think, 3.6 more kilometers on the shot put. Another step up on the pole vault. Like it's that close, guys.
Just
So
one of those events that he was having a rough day on if he would have been average, you
yeah,
know.
and that
Right.
1500 was one of the guttiest things I've ever seen out of that kid. Like
Yeah.
he wanted it, he knew what he had to do, and he put everything into the last 1500, and it showed. So shout out to Garrett. He came in fourth place. He is the fourth best decathlete in the entire world,
Yeah.
best in US, fourth in the world, and hasn't really been in 2018. He was retired, so he was not even like ranked. When you go and look at the decathletes before the Olympics, he's nowhere. So to come out and show everybody at 28 years old, being 2 years out of the sport, he's got a lot to look forward to. And Paris and Warner, he's a fucking freak, but he better look out.
Yeah, he should definitely try to. I'm sure he's going to try to hit the world championships or whatever the 2 year break is, as opposed to the 4 years.
And his coach, shit, I had his name. It's like Petrovich or some weird name. The University of Georgia's track and field coach. He's
Right.
now leaving Georgia and going to settle a camp in Jacksonville.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so Gary gets to stay at home, get those home cookings from Mama Robbie, and go to work in his hometown. Which for a lot of people, we saw like Dwayne Haskins, that home cooking isn't always the best, but it's something that's going to really be an advantage for Garrett, more so than these other people, especially the Australian guy, the Canadian guy, where they got to travel long distances to their training facilities.
Yeah. And I mean, it'll help him just mentally as well. Like when he got so down that he wanted to retire, like he probably went back home, hung out with family. So now he gets to do that while he's working, while he's training. So it'll help him keep a good mental state as well. As we've seen this Olympics blow up, we talked about it last week, but mental health is getting bigger and bigger in sports. And so the fact that he gets to stay home and help out with that as well is going to be good.
And he only made $30,000 less than he would have as a bronze medalist. He made nothing. But if he would have went bronze, he would have made 30,000. Countries like Singapore pay 750,000 equivalent to American dollars to their bronze medalists. So
how many bronze medalists did they have? Though?
I forget who. Somebody brought it to the attention, and I looked at the Twitter of this person, and it was great. It was a TikTok, I believe. It was one of the American Olympians that was there and was kind of finding all this stuff out, and they kind of brought it to light. But the $30,000, and then I think it's 50,000. And then 125,000 for gold, which isn't anything compared to these other countries. Singapore, right. They do like 1.7 million.
Yeah, but we got 118 medals, and they probably had 2.
So but it's crazy the difference in pay. But
and who gives these things? I mean, is it like boosters? Do they have boosters or what?
I mean, I'm sure it's the United States Olympic Committee, like with the Russian Olympic Committee, they were able to come together and bring them in.
Yeah, but they gave drugs, so that was their reward.
I mean, there's a committee for America that comes up with this money, and definitely there's probably some sort of tax that comes out from the American person for it.
Hey, whatever, man. I'll pay our champions. Keep those medals coming in, baby. So another thing, if you're watching on YouTube, that Seal got, speaking of champions, he's got a nice little thing to show in the background and a nice little Kobe thing. So if you're not watching on YouTube, head over to youtube.com. It's No Scrubs Allowed podcast. Do we know if that weird, dumb No Scrubs Allowed thing is still on there?
I do not know, but I do know ours is the first thing that comes up whenever I search. I looked it up on Cooper's Xbox.
So we should be the first one that comes up still. If you see, I think it was 3 dudes the one time I saw it, then that's wrong. We were just 2 dudes. And he has a Kobe thing in the background. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It has a picture of him wearing 8 that looks like probably his 4th or 5th year in the league. He's got a little bit of hair there. And then this one's his very last game after he dropped 68 and was waving bye-bye to the crowd as he went off the court. It has his laser engraved signature. Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers, 96 to 2016. And those Lakers are actually Lakers patches that they would put on jerseys. We highly doubt that they are from any of Kobe's jerseys, game issued.
They're like
worn.
Sasha Petrovic or somebody.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably just ones that they would sell on freaking
Right.
Fanatics or something. But
replica
it's a
ones.
great piece. First auction I ever entered. It was for Make-A-Wish, so a good cause. So it was a $225 slot I put in. So if I did win, cool. It's not too much and it's going towards a good cause. But I won, and I feel like everybody on that list won. So I almost,
Nice.
once we were leaving, I saw that somebody was down below me. I almost just went to the very bottom and signed it, but I was like, I did what I could.
What does that do? What do you mean if you went to the bottom and signed it?
So there was a $395 slot at the very bottom. So like it was a silent auction. So I was thinking if somebody gets all the way to the bottom, they win. So and somebody was there was about 5 more people. So I was thinking about just going to the bottom and putting my name down. And just saying,
how do
"Give
you
it to
win
me."
with less money then? I don't understand. How
I'm thinking for this, everybody got one. You just paid for whatever slot you put in.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
That's kind of crafty, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm happy. I mean,
Yeah, hey, you got it.
I saved $170 of not doing that.
Maybe the guy that won with the 300 and whatever dollars was like, nah, I'm good. Keep
So you
it.
think everybody above me? There was like 20 slots.
Oh,
above
never
me.
mind. I thought you just meant that one guy
No.
or girl, I guess it could have been. Anyways, we talked about something that you guys probably aren't even watching for too long. But yeah, it's a pretty cool poster. It's got the Kobe stuff. It says Mamba.
I still have the cardboard on the edges because this is not its permanent spot.
It looks good though.
I have one nail on it and I am so scared it's going to fall. So hopefully that protects
So
it.
you got the little buffer things on it. Nice. So that's the Olympics. We kind of already talked about the Olympics. There's not really too much specific stuff we wanted to talk about. Durant became the best Olympic athlete men's basketball wise, in pretty much every stat that you could have: scoring, shooting, games. I don't know, whatever. Well, not games played. Melo had the 4 years, but Durant is the man.
LeBron played 2. So
yeah. Oh, for sure. Kobe, I think, played
LeBron
3.
LeBron only did the 2, right? The 8 and 12.
I think so. Both of the like redeemed ones.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because 16, I would have known.
And
But yeah, shout out to them to come back. Like even KD said in his Instagram on the way to the press conference where he has to be a little PC, he went on Instagram Live so he could talk his shit real quick. And he called out Perk. He's like, everybody that was sitting there talking shit saying we weren't even going to get a medal.
yeah,
Talk y'all shit now. Like, where y'all at now? Like, Perk, let me talk to you, bro. And so I still can't stand him. That's why he missed 3 free throws in that gold medal game. I think it was 2 or 3, but he missed a 10-footer there.
He didn't get his 30 points because of it. So
yeah, but so I don't like KD. He's a sellout. I guarantee you, if he was Luka and he was born in Slovenia, they wouldn't have even been in that game to.
He'd have gone and played for America.
He would have been like, let me figure something else out. He's just a super team kind of guy.
A lot of people are super team kind of guys. Like
maybe
LeBron.
We should really thank you, Devin Booker. Thank you, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum really stepped up in that gold medal game.
Yeah.
Booker played really well in the semifinal game.
Thank you,
Lillard
maybe Draymond.
Thing.
Thank you, Lillard, for making it a super team to where KD would want to come out and play for US again.
Well, speaking of super teams, we did talk about the Lakers and their super team, but they are like revealing these texts and stuff that LeBron sent to Melo, like saying it's time. Like, why does that matter? Just randomly talking. Like, why does it? Obviously, he texted Melo and told him to come over.
And I thought about this too, because they're looking into the Bulls with Lonzo and the Heat with Lowry, trying to say that there might be ill intent.
The tampering stuff.
Why haven't we seen anything like that with the fucking Lakers? Because
they
it's player to player,
and we're just like, it's cool.
Because it's player to player. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Everybody knows LeBron is the GM of that team. He is the GM of that team.
I
He
don't know
runs
why
that.
it matters anyway. Why the fuck? Like, if he wants to
It
leave
really
and you're
shouldn't,
talking
but
to him, who cares?
yeah, it
If
really
if
shouldn't.
if
But
you
at the
went and
end of the
talked to
day,
Giannis, you know how many people probably call Giannis and he says, "Fuck you guys, I'm in Milwaukee, I'm good."
yeah. But
Like,
for that
whatever.
to be public and nothing happened, for LeBron to publicly fuck the COVID rules and nothing
Yeah,
happened, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And the NBA association, the Players Association, they need to come together. These other organizations need to come together. Fucking Miami needs to throw a fit. Chicago needs to throw a fit about this. Like, you guys are mad that we reached out to, like, what the fuck else are we
right.
supposed to do?
Yeah, no, like,
How else are we supposed to get a sign and trade? Hit up the team that wants to be assholes? No. Hey guys,
yeah,
if we can work out a deal, are you willing to come here? That's all they said. They have to. That's how you work a sign and trade.
yeah. I've
But
never
that's
been
not
a
how you
fan of
work free
tampering.
agency. Free agency with players and players, that's fine. GMs, yeah, I guess that's not fine until a certain time.
Yeah,
But he's
it's
been talking to
totally.
Melo for a minute,
He's been
like
talking
for
to
a
Melo for
minute.
years.
Yeah. So, and even though he wasn't a restricted free agent and all this bullshit, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. These rules are in place, so
Yeah.
shit like this doesn't happen, and LeBron shouldn't get special treatment.
Well, I watched the first night of Summer League, and the Suns tried to give it to the Lakers one more time. And Austin Reeves, I don't know if you remember him, played for Oklahoma. He hit this ridiculous putback shot at the buzzer, banked it in, falling backwards, just like tip shotted it in, and we lost by 1. But it was kind of cool. And then we lost by like 20 the next day at Utah. But
And then
Jalen
Cunningham and
Smith
Green
is
tonight, dude. Oh,
dude.
Jalen Smith, bro.
Green is too good. He's going to
He
be the
even said
rookie of the
tonight,
year.
he was like, bro, I should have been number one. I felt like I should have been one.
He's
My
going to be the
chip
rookie
is
of the year.
huge.
Yeah. He was able to play in the G League, which is just better play, better development than Texas Tech or wherever the heck Cade Cunningham played.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, wherever. It doesn't really matter. Jalen Smith still looked bad to me. His numbers are looking good. Like, if you just go look at the box score, he's got numbers. He's the third best big man on our summer league team. So he's not going to be doing anything, in my opinion. And that's pretty sad. But the two Alexander guys, Kyle Alexander, who's a big man, and then I think it's like Talon Alexander or something like that, is the other guy that's under a rookie contract with Jalen Smith that got drafted in the second round. They look good. So hope they can fill a couple roles and keep playing. And
I haven't been able to.
we can trade Smith out somewhere that
I haven't been able to
look
watch
good.
any games, and I haven't really seen anything about our big man. So hopefully he's playing.
Mobley's doing okay. He had good numbers the first game. I didn't watch, but he had good numbers the first game.
Yeah. I just wish he had somebody else that was in our starting lineup playing with him. So
I don't
they'd get some
understand.
kinda-
So it's usually like young kids and G League talent.
Well,
And then
we
Michael
don't-
Beasley's out there playing.
Beasley's out there playing.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
why does he, just because he was in China or whatever? Like, he's eligible for summer league?
That's hilarious. That's
Why not get
stupid.
Isaiah Thomas and let him score 100 points like he's doing on all these scrubs out in California? Have you been seeing these things come up with
I've
Isaiah
been seeing
Thomas?
all of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's beating up on these kids at the Drew League and shit, and just
Why doesn't he
ESPN
just go
beating it up.
overseas and be the next Chauncey?
I don't know. So yeah. So you guys, I'm just like jumping around here because I don't even know what to talk about. But you guys got predicted by somebody finally to win the AFC South. How you feel about that? Bill Barnwell says, shout out to him and ESPN, I guess, but he says that Jacksonville is going to win it.
I feel good, dude. Houston's a fucking dumpster fire. It's really just us and the Titans, and the Titans rely on Tannehill, who we all know isn't the guy. So they do 50-50 between him and Derrick Henry. And history always repeats itself when it comes to running backs. His name's not Adrian Peterson. He's going to break down at some point in time. This is year 5. That's it.
We talked about it last week, but you don't think the Colts can ride out injuries? They're just it's already
they're screwed. They are screwed. They're wishing they would have pulled on Tom Brady and gave him more to get him to go to Phil or go to Indy instead of freaking Tampa. But no, I agree. We are in the front running to get Michael Thomas right now by every sports outlet.
Nobody wants Michael Thomas.
I want Michael Thomas. We have Marvin Jones right now and DJ Shark as our 1-2.
I almost drafted him in my fantasy draft.
I will take a DJ Shark, Michael Thomas 1-2 over that any day and just put Marvin where he should be and on the inside with those nice 10-yard routes. He doesn't need to be going deep every time. I want DJ and Michael on the outside and have LaVisca and all these boys, fucking Etienne, Marvin, just all these guys, these Swiss Army knife type players that we can just plug everywhere and just have them two guys out there in the island with one other person. And good luck to any fucking cornerback in the league who's going to get it over Michael Thomas and DJ.
Well, the Saints aren't required to trade him. So, I mean,
no, but they are so the reason I'm saying this and the reason all the sports outlets are is because CJ Henderson is not happy. Right. Apparently Urban's trying to talk to him and get him to want to stay. Fuck that. We've signed Shaq. We have a good bit of people. Trey Hearn is still on the team. CJ would probably be our number one nickel corner. But at the end of the day, if you can give me Michael Thomas, you can have my number one nickel and put Shaq there and see what happens with that. We have Trey. We have Cisco in the back and safety right now. So I'm comfortable with our secondary. I'm comfortable with having another fucking jersey that means nothing at all. So give me Michael Thomas. I'll go get his jersey.
Don't you have a 15 already, or would he not be wearing 15?
No, I don't have a 15. I didn't get Minshew. I got Minshew for Cooper.
Gotcha. I was going to say, like, I'm not worried about the Saints at all, but if we can get Michael Thomas out of the division, why not? Let him go. No, none of the other teams even have a good receiver, so I'm excited if he goes.
For sure. And the big thing out of our camp so far is this kid. I don't know his first name. His last name's Little. He's a tackle, and he played a little bit of left tackle. We're playing him a little bit of right tackle, and he is making noise. I guess he got hurt his senior year. That's why he fell to us, and I believe the second round. And he's a guy, dude. He is a guy, and that has been our problem. Jawan Taylor. And Parnell, I believe, our left tackle and our right tackle, two most important positions, have been our weakest positions the last couple of years. With Linder and the dude we got from Carolina a couple of years ago, Norwell, they've really solidified themselves on the interior, so we're pretty good there. It's just them tackle positions, man. We're not able to get it through. So hopefully this little kid can come in and really change it, and that'll definitely boost us. If any extra time you can get Trevor Lawrence, right, is going to be good, especially with the weapons that we have. We have a lot of, I mean, every team says that. Every team will say that. But 2 years ago, Marvin Jones was a top 5 receiver in the league. If DJ Shark last year was a top 5 receiver in the league, Laviska Shenault was, I think, number 12 and utility running backs, and he's a wide receiver, and he didn't play that much until the last part of the season last year. So, like, we really do have weapons that, like, the National League knows about, and I'm comfortable. I'm really comfortable this year. And 10 wins. We have 17 games this year, so that's an extra loss for a lot of teams. So 10 wins is going to do a lot for a lot of teams this season.
Yeah, and the longer season is not going to do a lot for the Derrick Henry types, you know. Even though he does ramp up towards the end of the season, I think it's because he knows the season is, he can't go the full season, so he waits till the end. So if he has one more game that he has to wait before he starts tearing it up, then that's not great. The Bucks, though, they don't look great, and Bruce Arians is not happy about it. I'm sure we will be fine. We're not even going to play our starters for 3 weeks because they're all old and we're not going to do anything with them. But every time they get a day off, Bruce Arians says they come out and they haven't done anything. They look like they're brand new. I was watching this morning just before I went to work, and apparently they had a day off 2 days ago or whatever. So yesterday they were playing, and they had, I think they said, like 15 drops during their red zone, or you just do like 4 drives in the red zone, and they had like 15 drops, and they went 0 for 4. They didn't score a touchdown on any of those red zone drives. And Mike Evans was dropping the ball. Gronkowski was dropping the ball. OJ Howard, which we know he's dropped the ball ever since Alabama, so he's dropping the ball. And Bruce Arians was not happy. He had a nice post-game conference where he was pretty heated. You could tell he's still an old school coach. And it was
for the not real football fanatic, these red zone drills are 7-on-7 starting training camp. So you're not worrying about pressure. You got, I think, 3 seconds to get the ball out, 2.5, 3 seconds. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they're 7-on-7 drills. Most of the time, that's what a lot of people don't really give a fuck about training camp news, is because they say, and Art, like a couple of days ago, Trevor Lawrence threw 2 interceptions, bounced back with 4 touchdowns in 7-on-7 drills, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the day. And so that stuff doesn't really matter. That's just either the defense is really good or the offense just hasn't gelled yet. That stuff, it's iffy. Drop passes, bro. Drop
Yeah.
passes, overthrown footballs. Those are two things that you can control. That doesn't let you know
Yeah.
that offense is good or the defense sucks. That lets you know that that player is not prepared. Was drinking too much champagne in the offseason, looking at that ring a little too much the last 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and is not ready to go. That is surprising. I haven't heard anything about Tampa. That's not something you want to hear after the Jaguars went almost to the Super Bowl
Right.
in that year that we didn't do shit. I think we won 6 games in 2019. You heard none of that in training camp. Everything was fucking pristine. We were ready to go. There was a little bit of the Jalen stuff going on in a camp with Tom Coughlin, but other than that, everybody was fired up, ready to get back into it. You weren't hearing about just the little shit that a professional Division 1 5-star recruit football player will do every day of the week.
Yeah. Well, we know that Tom Brady knows how to play with a Super Bowl ring,
That's
but
crazy.
these other guguys.
Just thinking about that real quick, that's crazy to come out. Like, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anybody talk about a Tom Brady rant. I haven't heard anything about a Tom
He was
Brady
ranting like the first couple
lashing
practices, but
last week.
yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe they just stopped reporting.
That's crazy to
'cause
think
it's all
about.
he's doing. They did come out and say, I don't know if you saw this, but Bruce Arians has never lied, in my opinion. He's always been a straightforward kind of guy. But they were asking about when they were recruiting Tom Brady, and Tom Brady came in and he said, I'm only going to request one thing from you guys, and it's the cell phone numbers of all of my teammates. And I was like, that's kind of like real leadership. Like, I never even would have thought about that, but that was one of his demands. He's like, if I sign this contract, I get the cell phone numbers of all of my teammates. And it just made me think, like, he's a different dude. Tom Brady's a different guy, man.
For sure. And like in our line of professions, that's kind of a normal thing. Like the man who runs the show is able to reach out to you at all point in times. But in sports worlds, but I mean, besides basketball, most of the time basketball teams, there's 12 people, 15
Right.
on the whole thing. But baseball pitchers, they're usually off on when it comes to like training and stuff. Even right now in training camp, 7-on-7s, yeah, they're together, but most of the drills throughout the day, they're by themselves. And even afterwards, I don't see too many offensive, defensive guys meshing. So to see that as one of your demands, like a contract demand,
yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
I could see the receivers, but not every single player on the team. That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
But I like it. It just continues to show the things we've already known about Tom Brady for a long time.
Yeah, and just to make sure everybody's locked in, everybody's bought in, and I think that was just like a lot of people say, "Oh, look at what Tom Brady can do." Just that whole system, the Bruce Arians thing, dude. AQ, he got hurt, season-ending injury. So what did they do? They didn't release him. They didn't put him on IR. They made him a fucking coach.
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, they signed him to a coaching contract. And now he's a coach. Everybody on that squad is bought in and they believe in every person there. If they're not able to be there physically on the field, they can still give something to this team. And that's what they really, truly believe. They brought back every single starter and like 80% of the second team and special teams guys. Like that doesn't happen ever. The Green Bay Packers who keep all these guys all the time. Every other person besides the 12 people that everybody's known about, they are a rotating fucking door. That's what happens in this league. That's why we have 6-7 rounds in the draft. That's why we have free agency, because the league is not for long. Right. And to see that kind of stuff, that kind of camaraderie, that kind of willingness to give in to a system, it goes from top to bottom, and that speaks on a lot more than just Tom Brady.
Yeah. And it makes me very excited for the season, but I wouldn't be going and throwing that money down on that 19-0 that a lot of people are trying to throw money down on.
Like, can you imagine if you try to go to Arizona with Cliff? He'd be like, fuck you. That's why I got a passcode on my cell phone. You ain't getting my cell phone number. You're not getting to play your cell phone's numbers. Like, right. Matt LaFleur, he's going to be like, no. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No,
you
Bruce
can hit him up on Instagram.
Ate that up.
Yeah.
No, it's an exciting time. I think, weirdly enough, and I know nobody on this podcast cares about Miami, but I think all three Florida teams are going to take steps up. I mean, we can't take a step up, but I think all 3 Florida teams are going to be looking to be competitive at least. And that's really exciting for the time of Florida. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
been a
I kind
long
of feel
time
bad.
since all 3 of them.
I kind of feel bad for Miami because they're obviously every year NFL teams feel like this is their year, but they really truly feel like they could win the division. They really think so.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen's over there like, nah.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
And it sucks for Miami. They got to go over to Europe now and do all that shit. So they're really hopeful. They're definitely going to be better than they were, establishing their quarterback, knowing what they wanted to do, having a whole off season to incorporate that offense and what Tua is able to do. And not just, are we going to keep him? Are we going to start him? Is he our guy? Is he not our guy? Like everything. If I live down here, all their advertisement, all their season tickets, their game pass, all this bullshit they got going on, Tua is in every fucking thing. So they're bought into this guy now. And we everybody knows, everybody that's watched football knows Tua is a guy. He is a guy. He's not a Joe, as Chuck alludes to. He's one of the guys. And he just has to stay healthy and he has to get comfortable. That's one thing about this kid. He's not a Justin Herbert who can just go out there and play football. He's got to get comfortable in a system. He's like 5'10". He's one of the shorter guys. He needs stuff on his side. He doesn't have the God-given abilities that these huge monster prototype quarterbacks have. So it's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of scheming. Nick Saban's not there. He's not in college. So he'll be fine this year, I think. And he's going to have 4 easy. It's going to be an extra non-conference game. So he's still going to have his 4 easy wins this year. The Bills are going to be a little different. The Patriots are kind of getting injury prone as well now.
They're gonna be
dude, my computer fucking sucks. Sorry. I don't know what's going. I'll buy a fucking Mac and it'll end up being one of those refurbished ones that they try to slide back on the showroom floor at Best Buy or some shit. But sorry. But yeah, the Patriots, they're looking like it might be Stidham. The Stidham show.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, man.
Cam's not looking hot. I don't understand what's going on there, but
well, is this weekend the Lawrence versus whoever the Jets guy is?
No, that's week 2 of the regular season.
Oh, why are they already hyping that shit up? I thought it was like coming up for the preseason.
Because that's something that they need to do more, and
gotcha.
that was you're thinking of the NFL memes post of when they said, why don't you take the first 2 quarterback picks
of
the draft and have them play the Hall of Fame game?
Then you'll get more. Yeah, I did see that.
For two possessions, you'll get one of Trevor Lawrence and you get one of Zach Wilson.
Right.
So that's why the NFL was smart and aligned it up for this, because they like doing the AFC South starting out playing each other. So we're playing the Texans week 1 and we're going to give them that fucking L. And then I think we're going to New York week 2 and we're going to give them that L up in Gillette and let Zach Wilson know, this is why you went to Brigham Young, son. You went to a private school. This boy went to a state school.
Well, Lawrence was the number 1 pick since his freshman year, so he's a.
And it's crazy. Did you ever see the it was like 1-2, and Trevor Lawrence was the number 2 quarterback, and I forget who the number 1 dude was. It was somebody else in this draft.
Like
it was
high school?
No, it was Fields. No, was Fields this year? Yeah, it was Fields.
Yeah.
He went to the Bears. Yeah, Fields was the number 1 dude coming out of high school, and Trevor Lawrence was number 2. And then they did the Nike Elite tournament thing. And I saw a YouTube of that a couple months ago before the draft.
Nice.
It was pretty cool. Lawrence killed him. He had that hair then too.
Are you going to grow your hair out now to be like Trevor Lawrence?
No, I want to. I really want to. Baby girl will not allow it. So unless I want to be sad for the rest of my life.
You didn't have long hair when you first got with her, did you? You were already cut it?
Yeah, it's been cut for years, dude. I think 2017.
Oh, okay.
2000. It was about 2 months before I got back on the pod with you.
Gotcha.
I had all this shaved, and I had this was long as hell. One of those little bun things that those people do, that little European look. Yeah, I had that going on for a while. Like it was getting long, dude. But no, I wouldn't mind it coming back. But baby girl won't allow it, and unless I want to be Rose from the Titanic, 98 years old, thinking about some intercourse I had in the back of some random person's car on a cruise ship.
Why do you know so much about Titanic?
Because that's literally the story of Titanic. It's a whole fucking movie about an old lady who's been married and had kids, reminiscing on some dick that she threw off a door in the middle of the ocean.
She had a good life, it seems, though.
So I mean, I could have long hair and be Rose thinking about Larissa when I'm old, but I'd rather
Eh,
be with her.
your memory will go. Don't worry about
I'm gonna have Alzheimer's.
it.
You're my kid.
So
Gonna
what
be
else can we
Dory out
talk
here.
about? What else happened? Nothing. Summer
Baseball
league
sucks right
sucks.
now. Red
Baseball
Sox are
sucks.
still in a slump.
The Dodgers are gonna
Dodgers,
get the second best record and
bro.
be
The
second.
Dodgers security chick. Did you see that?
Mm.
So I guess some fan ran out on the field during y'all 6-1 win over the Angels the other day.
Uh-huh.
And a security guard who was a female just pulverized his ass.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's
See,
awesome.
we don't just sign the best players. We also sign the best security team. We got it all, man. No, we're going to be the second best team in the MLB and still not win our division and have to play a single freaking game against the Padres and probably lose. It's annoying. But hey, the Giants are doing what the Giants got to do. It's nothing that the Dodgers are doing wrong at this point. But we are 1-12 in extra inning games. If you did want to point at something that's a problem, we are 1-12 with 11 straight losses. And somehow we're still like 67-20 or whatever. whatever.
So I saw this little TikTok skit the other day, and this guy was yelling at his son. He's like, "No, I know. I'm never gonna be okay with that lifestyle. You think you can just move out there with all those people in San Francisco, and I'm gonna be okay with it? And then you're gonna come home looking like that? No, I didn't. No, I didn't sign up for that. I raised a man. And you're gonna come in here wearing that orange and black Giants jersey in this house? No, I will not stand for it." I was dying.
That's awesome.
I was dying. I don't know why I didn't send it to you. But real quick, while I can, I want to shout out Tim Tebow playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars this weekend. Look out for him before he gets cut.
You think he'll actually get cut? He could be like the last guy on the roster that
He could definitely. I feel like
he could even be like a holder. He could be the holder emergency
He'll sell
quarterback or
tickets.
something.
He got a touchdown from Trevor in practice. I'm surprised ESPN didn't run the fuck out of it.
Right.
But yeah, I think he's gonna make the team. But I had to say it just in case.
No, he'll be the emergency quarterback, holder, backup.
Don't say that because I got
holder.
$100. I got $100 with this guy that Tim Tebow won't throw a touchdown pass this whole season.
Oh yeah, because if he's the holder, he'll throw one for sure.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a 2-point conversion. We can pull bags out like that. But if we're inside, dude, we have James Robinson. All right. He was a rookie last year, went unsigned. And Madden, he has a 93 running power. Like the kid is golden, bro. If we do some trick shit in the 10, some stupid jump pass bullshit, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't say it on here.
Depends. If they score, you're gonna cheer.
Right? Because if I say it on here, it's like pre-thought, and that's
predestined.
Worse. Yeah, that's worse. I don't know what I would do. I hope I would not do anything bad in that situation.
Tebow's gonna throw a jump pass to Trevor Lawrence.
Some fucking Philly special bullshit. Oh
yeah.
Man. I don't know if I would mind that too much. If it was in the Super Bowl, why not?
How much did you put on this Tim Tebow not throwing one?
$100. It was just with a guy. We don't have betting here yet. Hopefully it'll fucking get here before.
I don't think he'll throw one.
I don't either. But I do need you to hurry up and go to Vegas so you can put some futures bets in for me.
Do they have betting in Texas? I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think that's the only place I'm going.
Just tell Courtney one day and be like, "Babe, let's wake up early tomorrow and take a day trip to Vegas. Why not?"
Because man, that's a sucky drive in the middle of summer, bro. It's hot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's hot.
Yeah, baby girl the other day, she was like, "I don't think our thermometer thing or thermothon, whatever it is, the little thing in the car."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "I don't think it goes over 100." I was like, well, we'd be fucked if we ever went to the desert. We think it's all cool and 100 and shit. Get out 130.
Yeah, I left. I know I've told you this story. I probably told it on the pod, but 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I was at Summer League, the last Summer League game ended at 10:30 at night. So I left. It was pitch black. It had been dark for 2 hours probably. Get in my car. It was 114 degrees at 10:30 at night in Phoenix or in Las Vegas. And I was like, all right, summer, Vegas is off. I'm good.
I'm so happy it's dropped the way it did when we were there.
When I go back to Summer League in the future, I'm getting the hotel that's joint with the Thomas and Mack Center. So I can just walk through the air conditioned corridor that all the media get.
I guess it was a pretty long walk. So the place I went to well, I can say it was Vegas, the dispensary I went to,
Okay.
and I walked back to the hotel, the Tom and Madison. I took a picture. I think it was literally the next block over.
Yeah, you can see the strip from the Thomas and Mack.
Yeah, and it was a $8 Uber or Lyft ride to there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, MGM wouldn't be too bad to be
I'd
on the
go
strip,
park
too.
in the underground so that I don't get hot, like my car hot, and then I'd Uber to the stadium.
Just put up.
That's the
So
trick.
what we could do is
Pretty
like put up cardboard on your windows and then just put up one of those like windshield
And
sun
sleep.
savers. Yeah, and just hook it up to an EV thing, right? You don't need a parking pass with EV, so just go to a parking garage and EV that bitch, and just sleep in that bitch.
You don't really even need to sleep, bro. Like the games are from 8 a.m. to like 11 p.m. And then you just go to the casino for a couple hours and get that fake oxygen pumped in, and you're good to go.
That stuff was real there.
And then you
the
sleep
Hard Rock
during like the
here,
Grizzlies game or something.
the Hard Rock here, you do start getting tired. There wasn't one bit of tiredness, not one time when I was there. That one time I went upstairs at 7 a.m, I was like, I looked at my phone. It was that night I was alone, and I looked at my phone and I was like, I need to get off of this poker table.
Yeah,
I
then
need
you
to
go
get us a
back to
fucking late
the
checkout.
you go back to the games and you sleep during one of the shitty morning games that they don't care about. You just go up in the nosebleeds with your nachos and for an hour and a half power nap.
Was that you on Instagram a couple years ago?
That's the game plan, baby. That's the game plan. No, I do plan on going back to summer league in the future. This year was just not
I
feasible.
definitely plan on joining you.
This year wasn't
Definitely.
feasible. This year was a tough year.
True.
2020 wasn't tough for me for some reason. 2021 has been a doozy.
2021 has definitely been trying for me. Uncle Joe hasn't given me any checks.
That's true. That's financially.
That's
just
literally
hard.
like that's what like made it easy on me last year. It wasn't really nothing was going on in the world. I wasn't allowed to work. So like what the fuck else am I gonna do?
True.
But this year has definitely been trying. Definitely.
So yeah, we will be back and we will get pictures. Our pictures need to be updated anyway. It's been a pretty rough road. But baseball, like we said, sucks.
Shout out to us
Jokic-
getting raises here lately. My raise should
Yeah,
hit next
both
week.
of us got
Right.
one. My paycheck should come here Friday. So hopefully that'll help us make money moves with the pod, but we'll see. I need to get somewhere with some pictures though. I'll take some pictures in Austin. Make sure you remind me. I'll get some good LAFC pictures, some good bashing the Astros pictures.
And I figured out I'm
Once
only
they
an
let me
hour
go.
away from the BB&T Center where the Panthers play. So when hockey comes back,
Did you see
I
that
can
the
hit
Florida
that shit up.
Panthers gave some college athlete money? I don't even know what was going on. The Florida
guess-
Panthers signed, I think it was a football player or a basketball player under that new NIL thing. Why are the Florida Panthers? What are they doing with football players?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they gave him like a couple $1 million. I don't remember who it was, but it was the Florida Panthers that signed him.
Just to one of those
Like
weird.
it was De'Aaron King or De'Aaron, the quarterback for Miami.
Oh, okay.
He got signed by the Florida Panthers.
So probably to do some sponsorships and shit.
But so they're going to use football players to try to draw fans to hockey.
Yeah,
So-
make them the South Florida team
True.
because they're the Florida Panthers and they're in South Florida. So
Hey, if De'Aaron King
better
can,
than help them than the guy from fucking Kentucky who went to Houston and now is in
yeah,
Miami.
is he a demographic for hockey? Like Texas doesn't play hockey. South Florida doesn't play hockey. Like football players don't play hockey to my knowledge. Like why is he the demographic for trying to bring in hockey fans?
No clue, my
I
guy.
don't know. But that's cool. What else do we have to talk about? We got a pretty short podcast, but I don't think
No,
there's
it's
anything
good.
going on.
Not much. A lot more next week. We'll be able to talk about some shitty preseason games and some. Don't really have to. Yeah, we talked about basketball already. Basketball's pretty calm for the next month. So
I can ask you this, just off the record / on the record because we're recording. Did you listen to the video of the baseball guy that the team said that they were yelling at the mascot and the player thinks they were yelling racial slurs at him?
So I did hear about it. I didn't dive into it too much. I did see that the player came out saying that he was getting racially slurred. The next day, the team came out saying no, it was somebody yelling at the mascot.
Because the mascot's name is Dinger. So we know what racial slur probably got said. But
Yeah.
Who knows? And so, like, I didn't watch the video either. I was just wondering if you did. I believe they say that there's video out there that you can hear clearly what he's saying. And so the team said that he was clearly yelling Dinger at the mascot. And then the player, after listening to the video, still said that he could hear the racial slurs. So we might have to go dive in and try to find it. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know. It's
I hope
just
he
so
was
weird.
just saying Dinger because I hope the team wouldn't cover up something after they heard a video and heard bad language.
Yeah, and for somebody just to shout something like that around all hundreds of
I can't
thousands of
imagine
people.
that
Yeah.
happened, but
I mean, shit like that does happen. You do hear about
true.
fans saying inappropriate stuff, and people are just innocent bystanders. That's something I can never do. Baby girl got mad at me last week. We went bowling, and these freaking punks were like bowling 15 feet away from the actual
You used
start
to
of the
do that
bowling
shit. Don't we have a
lane.
video of you?
But I
doing
was
that?
good at it. I used to get strikes doing that.
It's true.
But no, one of them went down and skipped over because they had guardrails. No reason for them. I had two kids with me. That's why I had guardrails. No
Right.
reason for them to have them. But they were up. They never went and got somebody to put them down. So they got one ball jammed, and then one person did it from way beyond again and bop right into the gutter right off rip. So it was like the guardrail was kind of bent. I was like, that's why you actually have to go up to the start of the lane to throw the bowling ball. I can't be one of those bystanders who just see ignorant shit and just let it slide. I don't care where I am. I know I'm not anybody in this world, but I have to stand up for something that's not mine and I have nothing to do with it. It's just
I just go tell the staff, bro. I'm a narc, bro. I go tell on people all the time.
I like, who are you? I'm the non-official manager, bitch. Stop doing that.
If you keep doing that, you'll find out who I am.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could be like that. And I guess I have too much faith in humanity. Stupid shit happens all the time, and I guess that could still happen. But I just don't see it, and especially if the team was able to get video, because there's mics everywhere.
Oh yeah,
around home plate. So
yeah, the post that I read did not say or show the video, but it said that there was clear video out there. That
so if the team saw the video and still came out to do that, hopefully it's not somebody who pays good money towards this team, because then that would cause all kinds of ruckus, and hopefully they're not just stupid.
No, I can't imagine. I mean, teams have been bending over left and right to throw people out of stadiums. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah, did you get that? So the baseball game I went to, they were checking for sticky shit, and I think that was AA.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
is it still where the other coach has to like request that they go check, or do they just go check?
So they checked them at the text I sent you. That was after the first inning. They checked both of them after the first inning, and they checked one dude in the third, our guy, because he was throwing fucking dimes.
Which team are you around?
It was actually it was a home and home kind of thing. So it was the Jupiter Hammerheads, which is the Marlins team, and then the Palm Beach Cardinals, which is the Cardinals team, and both of them are in that same stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the way they have it, dude, that facility has to be one of the nicer ones for a AA team, and the one they built in 45th Street is pretty nice. But I don't know of a clubhouse. I haven't been to the 45th Street one yet, but they have individual clubhouses for both teams.
Because they're both home teams, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so that it's a really nice facility, but it was a good game. It was really fun to watch. It was Cooper's first one, and he's a kid, so he doesn't really he wouldn't want to watch a whole 9-inning game. So it was a doubleheader, 7-inning game. Let's go. Left in the top of the 7th because we were up 3-1, and they bats were cold. So we knew we had the dub. We left.
Nice. Good deal. I mean, I'm glad that things are happening. I know Florida's got a lot of, again, not to go political and COVID and all that stuff, but I know Florida's starting to get a lot of backlash from this mayor just allowing whatever, or governor or whatever.
Hey, that's my governor, bro.
Well, California hates him, which is not a surprise at all, because we're on the complete opposite side.
Even a lot of Republicans here are like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But dude, I love it. Like, he's trying to get back to a free fucking country. And like, if you want to, cool. If you don't, cool. Like, you're in America. That's why this country is so great, because whatever you like, cool.
Well, we're probably about to get shut back down again. So I'll be
That's fucked.
At least I got air conditioner this year.
That's fucked. Yeah, no, the restaurants here, we still don't have to wear masks. It's We're still doing good.
I don't have to wear a mask right now as long as I'm vaccinated. So
So you what is it? What is that shit the people say? Like I acknowledge myself as a vaccinated
yeah,
person.
I identify
I
as a
identify,
vaccinated
yeah. I
as a
identify as
vaccinated
a
person.
vaccinated person.
So
Yes.
I still try to be respectful. If somebody says something, I always have my mask on me. I just throw it on. But
Yeah,
I
for sure.
initially go in now without anything. And if they say, "Sir, can you please put on a mask?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, no problem." But it's not going to stay that way much longer. I have a feeling it'll go right back. But if that means I get to go back home to work, then cool. All right, so let's get out of here. Let's I don't even know. I mean, we already shouted out Olympics players like 20,000 times.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And if I do Tim Tebow, it's just going right off of the whole Garrett. He quit, come back, keep striving, blase, blase.
I don't know. I don't think there's much to say. Baseball sucks. And as always, be a stud.
You know what? Yeah, hold on, wait,
Oh, you don't
wait.
want the baseball sucks ending?
No, we can go with baseball sucks because the fucking Yankees still suck. They
Yeah,
spend
they
all
do.
their money on all these players and they're still ass. I'm pretty sure they're still looking up at the fucking Orioles. That shit's crazy. I mean, we're still looking up at the Rays, but Tampa's been selling out too. They've been doing their thing. They've
Yeah.
been getting a lot of money. They're selling guys, trading guys, getting good picks. But yeah, don't be the fucking Yankees, guys. Don't sit here and talk about 25 chips that happened before you were born, 30 years before you were born. Don't do that. Don't be ignorant. Don't be dumb. Be a stud and not a scrub.